I recently had the chance to go diving in the Dominican Republic. I love scuba diving. It's a beautiful world down there. And although video really can't do it justice, I'm going to try by showing you some of the things I saw while I was underwater. When you dive in unfamiliar waters, it is best to have a guide. My guide was very knowledgeable. Here she is putting a sea urchin on my palm. Now, despite the fact that the sea urchin has spines, this doesn't hurt. Watch what happens when she turns my palm over. The sea urchin doesn't fall off. Why is that? Since the sea urchin doesn't swim, it needs to be able to anchor itself. If we look at the underside of this sea urchin, that's where you find its mouth. It continually sucks water into its mouth, creating a bit of a vacuum. That allows it to hold on to whatever it is sitting on so it doesn't get tossed around with the currents and the waves. My guide had very sharp eyes. For example, she found this arrow crab. It gets its name because its body is shaped a bit like an arrow. And I got to hold that arrow crab for a little bit as it crawled around. But the highlight of the trip was this octopus. He finds a spot in the coral, and then he goes into camouflage. If you hadn't seen the octopus go there, you would have no idea there was an octopus there. He blends into the coral so well, he is almost perfectly hidden. Now, because this is so cool, I'm going to show it again in slow motion. So here he is, finding a spot in the coral. He anchors himself there, and then he starts to blend in. He changes not only his colors, but also his texture. That way, he just looks like another part of the coral reef. Now, I've seen videos of this happening, significantly higher quality videos than this one, but nevertheless, I've never seen it live before, and it's truly amazing when you watch it live. It's just hard to believe how well this octopus can camouflage himself. Now, an octopus won't always go into camouflage when he's scared. So, for example, we found another octopus later on, and he swam away from us, clearly afraid, and he actually got underneath some coral, but he never camouflaged himself. He just stayed in his hiding place. I actually went back to see a little later on if he had decided to camouflage, and he hadn't. You can see he's flattened out his body, but he's still not camouflaged.